Hi everyone, welcome back to Disco Elysium. Hello, Beardboat Baggins, how are you today? David? Right, when last we left this, we had gotten the body down from the tree. We did some excellent police work, and we failed to punch the guy in the face. I think because we got into the docks before we managed to talk to Measurehead, we don't have the option to punch him. That is sad. But I am good, thank you so much. How is your day looking? I'm so sorry I missed your metal stream yesterday. Thrash metal is my jam, and I would have loved that. Unfortunately, I was DMing some D&D. Never mind. Anyway, welcome to my stream. We're going to play some Disco Elysium. Right, so we've got some stuff. Here we've got some evidence, a fractured bullet, which we got from Da Body. We got our glovies right up in his skull and fished it out. Oh, look at all these stuff. Open apartment door for Everett. Got loads of quests going on now. Interview the Wild Pines rep. Where's he? Find the representative for the logistics company who owns the harbour. Ask her about the murder. She should be around here somewhere. The victim's tattoos. Ask around about the tattoo's possible meaning. Okay. Measurehead doesn't necessarily know anything about them, but he does have tattoos. Oh yeah, metal isn't going away anytime soon, definitely. Have you ever thought about having a grunge night? That's my other one true love. Grunge. I fucking love grunge. I know it might not be your bag. I know it's definitely not Richard's. What's this about then? Right, so Disco Elysium. We are a cop. This is us. We woke up in a hotel room that had been trashed, presumably by us, stinking of alcohol, with a hangover, in our underpants, and we have forgotten entirely that we are a police officer. And we were advised that we were a police officer by a lady who was having a smoke outside our room. And this is apparently our partner, who we've never met before, and yeah, he's a straight-laced cop, and we're trying to solve a murder that we were placed here. Like, I think we've been here for 3 days, and we have no memory of those 3 days. We've lost our badge, we've lost our gun, we've got no notepad or anything. So we need to find all of those things now that we've gotten the body down, which was the most important thing to do. So, nice. I'm looking forward to your stream, sir. What's that say? Frita! Sick. Haha, welcome to Ravachol. Let's have a chat with this fella, shall we?
Welcome to Ravachol.
Announces the round man. The remark isn't addressed at you. It's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Ravachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
We're talking racism, are we? Excellent.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Oh, so this guy's a racist. Oh, that's not cool. Let's be mean to him. You tell him.
It's men like you who keep Ravachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Limbo? What's going on here?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Ravachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Is it though?
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Yeah, you tell him, Kitsuragi. You tell this racist piece of shit.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
My time to shine, right. On the lurk for a while. Oh, no worries, mate. This game isn't going anywhere, and it is relentlessly interesting. Okay, your partner needs some backup. Okay, so, fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. Yeah. Fucking A, Kim, I got your back. I think that's good.
You two make a cute couple. You know that.
Oh! So he's pulling out the gay card now, is he? He's calling us gay.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
I think we need to punch this guy now. Right. Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Mm-hmm.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Sorting of the races. Fuck you.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Oh, so you're just racist. Makes sense. That's a good option. Let's have a read of the others. To be honest, I can't really remember what it means. Please explain. On second thought, let's talk about someone else. Yeah, let's go. Let's just call him a racist.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
Has been proved. It's like just because some fucking idiot wrote a book doesn't mean it's proof. Come on, dude.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
No.
If this guy's all the Occidentals have, well, let's just say he's not exactly ripped.
Nice one, physical instrument. Okay, what else have you thought up?
So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources.
Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Are they though? This is basically referencing that sort of white replacement. The Great White Replacement theory. That's complete and utter tosh. And there are numerous videos debunking it. Right. Wait. What's this country over here? Say nothing. Right, I've already made. Let's just say nothing.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace?
Come
You
on.
might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Right. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence.
Looking for something odd? Come to
Right.
tell me to fuck off again?
Yeah. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Okay. How long has this been going on then? Or what kind of... Well, what kind are you supposed to pick up?
Apples?
Apples.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
He's given you the runaround. Let's be honest, you were bested.
Okay. We're done for now. I'm not going to ask him for a smoke. He'd probably have fucking judged it anyway. Close for winter. Please use our main entrance. Let's see what this sign says here. Pigs go home. Alright, let's have a little look for our gun, shall we? Stop. Between those trucks and down there, smokes. Go get 'em! Oh, electrochemistry, you thirsty bitch.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes along. What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
Oh, alright.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon
Damn.
days.
Okay, so how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Damn. Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me about this strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? Forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
Half the company. Fucking hell.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Okay. Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be.
That's
All of
fair
us
enough.
do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camioners. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Okay. He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Yeah, electrochemistry, stop being so thirsty. Come on.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Okay, what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Ilmaran market lately.
Hmm. So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Never. They would never illegalize sport. Sport is the most wholesome thing known to man.
Alright, physical instrument. Stop flexing. That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Let's say, yeah. These lorries are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
Could I get one of those farm tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
Physical instrument, calm yourself down, mate. Right, I had another
The man
question.
taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Okay. Got any smokes on you?
Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Hey, isn't he like smoking right now? The smell is in the air.
Sure you smoke. You're smoking right now.
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should quit before both of us have lung cancer.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure you don't already have lung cancer?
Oh no. That's a formidable check. That's gonna be unlikely. We'll do it anyway. What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
My man! I want to know about your soul! Hey, Tommy. Spill the beans. What's troubling you?
Man, nothing's troubling me. Just the usual Lorman tropes and hopes. The road and the rhymes. This jam ain't helping either.
Oh, fair enough.
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn. It really is hard to talk, man to man.
Alright. I'm good for now. Good
Don't
talk.
be a stranger.
We shall definitely come back to talk to you. I want to know what's up with him. Let's have a little look around. See if there's anything to be taken. Having a little look around with my mouse. Oh, there's a thing there. What's this say? Holy fuck, look at that. It's like it used to be a statue on that plinth and then it's been sort of jewellery rigged onto a weird platform thing. That's kind of weird. Anyway, I'll read this since there's no voice acting. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of Philippe IV, the insane.
Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
Clearly not.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. there are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Alright. What indentations? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet?
It's been shot then. Nice.
Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay. Has someone shot the king?
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
Okay. What do you
Well,
think?
Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Huh. Political. It's a king and he's shot.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
Cool
The
beans.
king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Alright, let's have a little go. What did this king do? Come on.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
Alright. Let's come back to that if we get another point of encyclopedia. Any others, ooh, what's this? It's a thing. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. What's that say? Bold slogan. Humanox covers the truck. Not really a slogan, it's more of a logo. Oh, hello, who's this?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Fair enough. Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask a few questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Let's snap our fingers in front of her face. I was avoiding it, but she's ignoring us.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Why?
Why? I just told you why.
If you say so. Fair enough. Kitsuru doesn't like interrupting people when they're listening to music. I can understand that. What's this car doing? A foreign car, kept in good condition. Okay. Nothing else to be done there. Fair enough. Now there's the strike. The lorry's probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Oh, imagine drinking booze that have been stored in a fuel barrel. Blech. Oh, what's this?
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more often. No, you shouldn't. You're an officer of the law.
Kim, I think I should tell people to fuck off more often. It felt really good.
Not as a general rule, but that one was justified. Better to get the lay of the land before telling people to fuck off.
Fuck yeah, motherfuckers.
That's the spirit. Never forget. The whole world's a wooden house, and you're a goddamn flamethrower.
Cheers, Half-Light. I thought it was talking about me running everywhere, but it was just we were walking past the racist motherfucker. Okay. The cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book is about pate. This book you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. It takes willpower even to read the author's name. Jan Kaus from Iguania. A book about boyardry, what? Whatever that is. The book says you must attain a hard body. Okay. A book about the future. The government reads your minds using radio technology. Who's this? Hello.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Okay. A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. Hi.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
She stops her feet to feel warmer. Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
Okay. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because?
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Uh-huh. Such a good trooper you are. Already learning the value of hard work.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
Okay. Shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment.